On this Friday night, Saturday morning, we are live for our 47th birthday party, and we are bringing back all of our best sellers, including the never in stock incredible mesh belt from Bell & Howell. In fact, I actually have on my belt right now that I wear so often on air. I get so many people asking, what is the belt? Folks, this is a belt that I always love to talk about because this is a belt that moves with you. There's a belt here with no holes in it. You don't need any holes. This is a belt that if you have a big meal, it's going to stretch. And if you shrink down a little bit during the day, during the evening, this will also go down to perfectly accommodate you. If you've never seen these before, you're in for a real treat. You don't need to worry about sizing, picking the size. Everybody universally loves it. There's 112 reviews online making it a customer pick. I have all the colorways. You get a 3-pack today, individually boxed as well. This is the black, blue, brown. Love that. This is the black, gray, white. Perfect for summertime. That's going to be popular. This is really gorgeous. It's called the Aztec as well. So you're getting the two-tone, the black and white, the gray and white, and of course here, the blue and tan. At the back, this is the collection I got. This is actually one of my host picks. This is the black white, the blue white, and the tan black. That's all in the tweed variety. I was introduced to them by the icon, Mr. Chad Allen. Yes, no, you, Chad. It's you. How are you, my friend?
So good.
Chad,
I had to look backwards.
I know.
Who is he talking about?
You are the superstar that brought
funny.
these. But people always ask you about them because people maybe have seen them on TV and are curious. This is not a gimmick, Chad.
No, and in fact, I mean, if you have any athlete in your life, you definitely know about it. It's, you know, it is a woven mesh belt. That's what it is, a woven mesh belt. You can find them in the market. You just can't find them at this value. That's the big difference. Bell & Howell did not invent this. We just made it at a much lower price point because we make 1 million of them, and we're not shy about how we just present that way. How it works is, if you've never seen one, the whole thing can be adjusted, right? So anywhere I go here, I can poke this post right through at any point, and watch when I take it away. It doesn't leave a mark or a hole. And so that means this entire thing is now where you can poke your post through. What does that mean for you when you have it on? You can have those couple extra beers. You can gain a few pounds. You can lose a few pounds. And the same belt will work for you. There is leather tips on each side, and it is double stitched on both sides with a metal clasp here. That's not too round or not too square. The buckle is usually what dedicates belts to be men's or women's belts, so this is universal, unisex, and one size fits most. And then I'm playing with this one, so I have it off to the side, but you do get a extra leather loop here that goes on there to catch any extra fabric that you may have. So the hardest part is really just picking your color, but you'll see here in this video, and there's the tweed again. Adam and I are huge fans of the tweed.
Love the tweed. Men
and women both in this video, but pay attention also to the outfit they're wearing. He's in a tie and a dress shirt and really nice pants, right? It's gonna look good on him. You're about to see a woman in a nice blouse and regular pants. You're gonna see all kinds of different outfits, and they all match. Why? Because mesh fabric belts are not a shiny leather.
Right.
They're not a pleather. They're not fake. They just are fabric like your regular clothing, and so they're very comfortable and everyone loves to wear them.
So there's so many things I could tell you. I mean, I obviously wear mine regularly. I love these belts. And by the way, just a little insider thing, when Chad says the leather tips, that's real leather, genuine leather, not leatherette, it's real leather. It's an important distinction. You can smell the leather as well when you take them out of the box. These are individually boxed. My mom, when she comes to visit, bought these not only for my cousins, she bought these for my stepdad. She always buys this color variant, which is interesting. She always gets the black, blue, brown, or black navy brown, as we're calling it. That's an easy yes. You'll always need a brown belt, you'll always need a blue, you'll always need a black. That, by the way, they're telling me now is actually the most popular so far. You did an airing of this yesterday, did you?
We did one this morning at 1 a.m. and 24 hours ago, actually.
Okay.
And so everyone usually always has a black belt or a brown belt. Usually you don't have both, especially if you're a man. You usually have one belt.
That's true.
I'm telling you, if you introduce navy, you'll wear it more than you ever think. So everyone should buy that set for sure. Okay. I don't know why I'm recommending what to buy, but this is gonna be great for summertime, sure. Okay, so pick one of the solids, but I think you should pick a pattern also. I agree. Like, cause you get 3 of them.
I agree.
And this is what I was with Michelle Yarn. We were talking about her husband and other guys in her life. And everyone, where you're just wearing the same black belt, the same black belt, the same black belt. And when you have a leather belt like this is full leather, and I'm just showing you what we're used to. You have 5 holes here, from here to here where my fingers are, okay? And so that's your whole adjustability is right there. And then men will not buy belts or underwear or socks for themselves, me included. And so they end up poking they get a hammer and a nail, they end up poking another hole there, and then they're stretched out and it's gross. And you see it and you sort of want to say something but don't want to offend anybody. Or maybe you have that grandkid or that nephew, you're like, pull your pants up or wear a belt. This belt, the mesh belt, is good for any human, any size. One size fits all. It's good for men and women. So that means you can keep a couple in your own closet, and when the nephew comes over or the niece comes over, you're like, here's a belt. I know you didn't buy one for yourself, or if you're gift stocking up on Ghost Gifts, it's a great way to do it. Adam, here, can I step in front for a second?
Please.
I'm talking to Adam like he's the director. Can you get the camera stuff?
You can do what you want, Chad, whatever you want. Go for it.
I want to show you, because it shrinks and grows with you, okay? So this is plugged in, or hooked up on my waist, obviously. The one I've been showing you is not on a waist, so it's hard to tell. But when I gain a few pounds, my whole hand can go in there, it goes right back. It goes back every time, and that's why this is important to have a mesh belt. It does a job, but it's also very comfortable, because if I'm sitting down, it doesn't cut into my stomach. Such a good point. It bends and it flexes. If you have a semi-truck driver, an Uber driver, a UPS driver in your life, and they drive for a living and they're always sitting, I don't care how skinny you are, it cuts into you because you're sitting all day. This won't do that anymore because it's so comfortable. When you're swinging the golf club, it goes with you. When you're swinging the baseball bat, the guys in your life who are playing those sports, if you're a professional athlete, you've known about these for years.
I mean, Chad, you're preaching to the converted. They are brilliant. I love them, recommend them, can't say enough about them. To get 3 of them for $26.99 is such a giveaway. To every gentleman watching, absolutely get them. For any lady watching that wants to get them for that special somebody in their life, again, they will adore it. Remember, the key point here is that you're never worrying about sizing. Buying belts is difficult. What size do you buy? Because what size are you today? We fluctuate in size. We might gain a few pounds, lose a few pounds. But the reality is this belt changes with you, and it's self-healing. So just like when Chad was showing here,
self-healing,
do you like
I like
self-healing?
that.
Write that down. This is a regular belt, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 holes to choose from. What if you're in between that size and that size? Well, it's a pain in the neck, so then you're either too tight or it's too loose and your pants are falling down.
Now look at the price tag.
Well, how much was this?
It's a leather belt. It's not exactly the same, but it was $85.
For one belt.
And I'm not saying ours should be $85. What I'm saying is that's what belts usually cost. Like if you ever go to the store and just look for any belt, doesn't matter if it looks like ours or not. Belts are not cheap, folks, because we don't buy them very often. So that whole industry of belts has raised their prices over the years because it's not a thing that you keep buying. So they've just raised their prices. Look at them next time if you're not convinced.
Well, with this, these will be the last belts you ever buy. You'll never buy another one. I'm telling you, we have about 6 minutes left. First time in a long time we've had every colorway in stock. Buy them for you, buy them as a gift, buy them for a birthday, and buy them for Christmas. And I only say that because tomorrow is not guaranteed with these belts. We had them brought back in today for the birthday month with Chad. This is the tweed collection at the top. That's what I have at home, and I love it because you get the couple colors and it's a nice design.
It's beautiful and it's elegant, but it's just subtle. It's a subtle pattern. Now, I think a lot of women love the Aztec, especially the J. King lovers with the turquoise and the contrast stitching on the brown leather there with the cream stitching, which is really nice and elegant. Black or gray and white's great for summertime if you want that touch of white in your outfit. And then this, I'm just gonna open this a little bit so you can actually see the pattern. A lot more black and white in that one and a nice diagonal diamond design. But no matter what pattern you pick up, Adam, I think you have to, if you can afford it, pick up a solid set.
Well, here's where the problem's coming in.
Yeah, what is it?
Because this is, again, the most popular, but is now becoming one of the most limited. So if you're watching this thinking, well, I like it, I wanna get them, but I will only buy the brown, navy, and black. You are not alone. That's what most people are now selecting tonight. We will not sell out of this one or this collection or this collection, but this solid black, navy, brown, by far the #1 choice. They're letting me know we've sold over 2,000 of them. This is the only presentation today. There are no other airings. And honestly, Chad, I think that this one's in danger of selling out. We might be left with some of these, but I think the core classic is an easy route to go.
Absolutely. And speaking of the schedule, if you're one of our core viewers, you know we get our schedules. I know what I'm doing. And so today they sent me the email well, they started deleting some of those later shows in the schedule for this. This is for birthday month only. This is only for July. And so they've already started to knock off that last week of July. Based on one airing so far.
Well, that's because it's popular.
Yeah, and they're like, you're not gonna have any, find us something else. Okay, I spoke to a lot of men, now let's speak to the women. How about the ponchos or the jackets or the dresses, right? I know you're not wearing a coat right now, but think of the rest of the year. You can now create that waistline wherever you want it very easily and do it. One time I was in the list with Debbie and they gave me a fashion show with this and all the models came out in beautiful dresses.
Wow.
And I was like, where's the belt?
Right.
I didn't even recognize my own belt because they had just styled it in such a beautiful way. And then a model came out in this big puffer jacket and then she had that belted up here. I'm like, okay, I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. These models know a lot more about fashion than I could ever say. What I know is if I step on this, thank you, directing team, I'm gonna step on this and look, I can pull up to basically my shoulders.
Yes.
But I never, because of the woven elastic technology on the inside, it always goes back. I never lose where it starts from. No matter how much it stretches, it will always go back exactly where you want it each and every time. That's important.
But Chad, there's no holes in it.
No.
There are no holes in it. You can literally make this the custom fit for you. It is a custom made belt for you. You're not making do too tight or too big. It's just custom. It's brilliant. And that's why I said at the beginning, there's some folks that say, well, is this a novelty? No, it's the best doggone belt you've ever had in your life. You'd have wished you'd have bought it 10 years ago. And remember, real leather tips. I always say that because that's, at this price, that surprised me. I mean, when I bought mine, it was maybe $35 when I got mine, but nevertheless, even at $35, I was surprised that they all have the genuine leather tips. They are going to come individually boxed, so maybe you're going to keep a couple, give one away. But again, this color at the bottom, this 3-pack here, the brown, the navy, and the black, bestseller, 2,170 sold. Most of those orders are coming through here. That's the set that's going to sell out fastest. So if that's the one you want, I would certainly head to order it now. Chad, it's not a lot of money. No. It's something that we need, and it's something that we'll enjoy wearing.
What's $26.99 divided by 3?
Well,
I mean, that's the hardest part. You get 3 of them, okay? I mean, skip the coffee for the day and have an extra belt.
Yeah.
The whole thing is one big hole, is what I like to call it, because it doesn't matter where you want to put the post. You can put it anywhere you want.
Right.
Gain a few pounds, lose a few pounds. When you're traveling on the cruise ship or the airplane, you know your body swells. You're in different environments, different humidity. The list goes on and on of a way to why you should have this. But what I know is when you have these in your closet, you will use them. When you only have that black belt or you only have that brown belt, it really limits you. And you can't get this in time when you're getting dressed to go to dinner and you go, oh, really wish I had that navy belt right now. Yeah. And I'll tell you something about the word regret. Yes. I learned a lot from Brene Brown, the author. Regret only works one way. It's the things we don't do. It's never the things we did do, even though we tell that to ourselves. So when you don't buy something and you're in your closet and you go, I wish I had that navy belt or that white belt, and you didn't buy it, you kick yourself. Why? Because you regret not picking it up.
That's very deep, Chad.
You're welcome.
I like that 1:15 on a Saturday morning.
Lehman, you like
I love that. We have hundreds of folks ordering through. Only presentation today, and that is just because we're getting limited on some of those core colors, as you can imagine. Let's get a new belt. Let's get a fresh look, a fresh feel. Let's not use that belt that's worn out and really warped now, because belts which are very stiff become very warped. One of the things that Chad showed you that I'd like to show you as well is that this is a belt that works for you. So on the belt that I'm wearing, that, you know, again, you see me in these regularly. I have the tweed on. But in the belt that I'm wearing, this is a belt that stretches. So, you know, Chad said that you could put your hand in there, and you can. If I go to a buffet in Las Vegas and have too much to eat, this will expand with me. But again, it goes right back to where I need it to be. So you gain a bit, you lose a bit, it works with you, not against you. Chad, I am your biggest fan on these belts.
And the phone line just went crazy because Adam was showing off his waistline there.
Well, that's one way to look at it. Thank you, Chad.
Why are you blushing?
You're making me blush.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you so much, folks, for ordering.